be alright, cool. Even when dark thoughts come to mind, even when it's why won't you tell her you're just a clown? I see you in my dreams and I wanna wake up, but I just give stories and I wanna wake up.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Lando and welcome back to a brand new interview, and this is an interview that I'm really excited to do. We are joined by the man himself, Arsel, today. Arsel, how you doing today? Wait, what'd you say? Your voice is lagging out.
Oh,
It's good
well,
now.
I'm doing. All right, cool. Well, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good today.
All right, bad.
So I guess I'll start this interview off by asking if you want to give like a brief introduction of who you are for the people who don't know who you are. You know, if that's something you want to do.
Oh, sure, man. So for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm a singer, rapper, or you can just call me a musician from Maryland. Um, and I just make music, any type of music I want to. I do this, because of the love of it. I'm saying a lot, but uh, yeah, but I just make music. I just like doing what I love, and music is something I've been holding on to ever since I was like 4 years old. So
Yeah, I remember.
that's
Yeah, I remember you saying you like started singing at like 4 or 6 years old in like an
yeah,
Instagram live. That's
yeah.
that's a long time.
It is. Yeah. Like at 4 years old, I performed at a talent show, or I believe at my school, like in kindergarten,
Oh
or first
God.
grade. Oh, but yeah. Um, the song choice I picked, I'm not gonna say it because that's embarrassing. But
No.
uh,
Say it.
all right, that. So I performed, Justin Bieber, "Baby." Um, yeah, I was bumping that shit. It's
Hey, listen, I'm not making fun of you, dude. It's a banger of a song.
yes, sir. but, but yeah, I just really like that because it was like, preteen pop. And, that's what I liked at the time. And Justin Bieber is like one of my inspirations because I just like the way how he like doesn't let any genres like barrier him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have to give you props though. I could never perform in the talent show, bro. I would piss my pants on the spot.
Yeah, it does like give you like what's it called, stage fright before you go on, or at least that's what it did for me. But um when I first did it, like that's when I was scared the most. But like ever since then, you know, I get scared before shows because I don't want to mess up the lyrics. But usually, good performing, which I'm lucky to say.
I mean, I've seen artists who like forgotten lyrics of like their own songs while performing, and they usually just chill about it. So there's that.
Yeah, here's the thing about that. People are like take shit way too serious. Like they mess shit up. They
Yeah, like
take that to heart. You just gotta have fun with it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
If you
like
mess,
everybody expects you to be perfect and shit.
yeah, if you mess up, like shit, that's that. It is what it is. We mess up as artists, just like as humans, we mess up all the time. So it is what it is. At the end of the day.
Yeah. Um. Speaking of Justin Bieber, this is just a curiosity question, but how do you feel about his new album?
Well, I like his new album. So my, I just are you talking about Justice?
Yeah,
That album.
Justice.
Oh yeah, I really like that album. I like anyone off that project. Lonely. What else? Hold on, that's a great song. Peaches. There's a song called Ghost, which it speaks about the loss of somebody that hit close to home.
Mm.
It's a really good song. And there's the deluxe with Lil Uzi and Tori Kelly, which is really good as well.
Bro, I did not expect a little Uzi Vert to appear on a fucking Justin Bieber project. It's like,
It, and what's and what's weird about it? It slaps. Not gonna lie.
yeah, it actually does. But let's get away from Justin Bieber and I'll ask this question: who else inspired you to make music? I guess I'd say.
Um, Good question. I really like Trippie Red, X. Who else? Brendan.
Nirvana.
Yeah, I really like Nirvana. What? Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. He's a really nice vocalist.
Oh,
Harry
yeah.
Styles, Zayn Malik. I'm trying to think of who else. Bryson Tiller. He makes really good R&B music. And I think that's really it off the top of my head. But yeah, out of the people who influenced me the most, it would have to be X, Justin Bieber, and Bryson Tiller, and Nirvana.
If you could pick one artist from that list of people you mentioned, who would you like want to collab with the most?
Um, I damn, this is a tough question. Out of that whole list, I mean, I guess X or Justin Bieber because you don't know, like they're so unpredictable as artists,
Yeah,
in my
that's true.
opinion, that you don't know what track that you would make with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Especially X, because like he was so versatile, like with his music. You would never know what like he would like come out with next.
Definitely, man. It's sad that he passed away when he did, but
Yeah, taken way too soon.
yeah, him and Etika, like, they're not part of my family, but like they're like the only two people not part of my family that I actually cried when they died. I mean, obviously, when people die, I give out condolences and I feel bad for their family and especially them that they couldn't live, longer. But emotionally wise, definitely X and Etika had the biggest impact on me. I know Etika is not like a music artist, but Etika, like, I grew up on watching his content, so
Same.
it was yeah.
Yeah, RP Etika, man. That man was a great streamer, bro. Sucks.
He was funny too.
Yeah.
It just sucks that people like them have to go way too young.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ask more music questions about yourself. When did you start making music?
I started making music technically when I was 13, so like in 2018. But I wouldn't really call that when I really started. Only because like I was doing it for fun, which I still am doing it for fun, but to an extent I didn't know how to mix and master. I didn't know technically what I was doing yet. I had to get better and all that stuff. So I feel like when I really truly started was like late 2019, because at late 2019 I started putting out way more music than I did in 2018. I put out like 3, 4, 5 tracks in 2018, and then late 2019 to early 2020 I really started putting out more music.
Did those early songs get like any traction at all, or did they kind of just remain dead?
The only song that really got traction, which I don't know why, is I'm messing up my words. Insomnia. Which
Yeah.
I don't know why that is as big as it is, but like people at my school used to like mess with that track a lot. I guess because it was like a good sound at that time, but I feel like compared to my other tracks, it's not like one of my best works. But considering it's my second track, I feel like it's alright.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I think that song is a banger in my opinion. I like it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
um. So when did you um, would you say that's kind of like when you started to realize that like you kind of had something going on in like the whole music scene?
Yeah, like for like making music, definitely. For performing, I technically I feel like I've always been like a great performer.
Yeah.
Um, I know I don't like perform my own music quite yet because like I have a cover rock band that I'm in currently. Um,
Right.
which I've been doing it since like I believe since 7th grade, right?
Right.
So at that time, I started performing, and I take inspiration from performing like with people like Freddie Mercury, um, Harry Styles, Michael Jackson. I'm trying to think of who else. Um, Travis Scott, X, people like that, because they project energy when they perform,
Right.
and I want people to feel the energy that I'm putting in and kind of like go hard at the shows.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can agree with all those people except Harry Styles because I've never seen him perform before. But yeah,
He's a, he's a really good performer.
yeah,
Um,
I can imagine
and,
that.
um, he's like the rocker, like the rock artist of One Direction, which I love rock, I love R&B, and I love rap and pop. So that's why I, gravitated to his music, and he's a really good artist, and he's a really good performer as well, which shook me by surprise.
Uh, yeah, that's definitely I can definitely um agree with that. This is a little more of a personal question, but do your parents at all, or like your family in general, support what you do?
Oh, yeah, definitely. What's weird is, they, whenever they actually signed me up to play guitar when I was 6 years old.
Mm,
Um, and they always knew I like loved music and had a passion for it. Like, I'm grateful, that I have really supportive parents that like love my music, and even if it's not like good yet, they see my potential, which not a lot of people have that, and some parents don't really support their kid for their dreams. So
right.
I'm really great to be in a space where my parents support me for what I'm doing, and I have a very close relationship with them. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for everything that they've done for me, because without without um without the support they given me, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah, I can definitely agree at that because because I always see like a lot of artists I see nowadays, they always like seem really isolated nowadays, but like it seems like their parents always seem to have their backs too and shit,
Yeah,
which
which
is always good.
yeah, which is always good, man. Um, it's definitely an advantage if your parents believe in you, because then they can try to help you, and getting towards your dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. What do I want to ask here? Is there like a song? I said the same question the last time I did, but is there a song that you like seriously busted your ass on making that like took a seriously like amount of time to make?
Um, oh, bust my ass to make. Last song I really busted my ass to make was rather I mean, I bust my ass with every song, but I think the song that took the longest time to make, currently, was rather Lights Off, Nostalgia. Trying to think what else, or Over the Bridge, because I took a long time trying to perfect Over the Bridge, because I had this demo in mind, but it just didn't come out how I wanted to until like 5 months after, because I tried re-recording it like 20 times.
Oh wow.
Um, until I found the perfect take, which and then Slip, Official Kid Slit. He helped me mix it, which I'm grateful for, and shout out to him. I heard he's not making music under the moniker that he is anymore.
Right.
I think he make music under a different moniker, but um, power to him, much love to him. Hopefully, he's doing well.
Well, it seems like those 5 months paid off because I legit think that's one of your best songs.
Thank you, man. I was scared because like I know like a lot of my shit sounds like different from each other, but like that's some shit that I even thought I wouldn't make. But I heard the beat and I was like mumbling melodies, and originally Maji was gonna be on it. But then I thought it would be perfect as like a solo song.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think the song would be better off with just being a slow track. You know what's funny? I actually scrolled down of the channel who made the beat for that track, and I scrolled down and found the instrumental of it too, just because I was curious.
Great Mac Miller beats.
Yeah, bro.
Great.
Like I listened to, I forget who the producer's name is, but he has a lot of good beats, bro.
Yeah, I think his name is Seiko, if I'm not wrong. But
Yeah, Seiko.
he's a really great producer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use any of more of his beats in the future, but all I can say is, man, it's a great producer, and I'm glad I stumbled on that beat because I'm really proud of that track.
Yeah. As I said, I think that's one of your best tracks. Like, when I first heard the snippet for that song, I was like, this is the one.
I was, you know, is I'm glad you say that because when the snippet came out, I was like, damn, this ain't gonna do well. Then it does like way better than I would expect it to be.
Yeah.
So I'm just very grateful that my fans and people like you really like that track.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Let's take it back a little bit. Let's go back to like I would say February of 2020. You released a song called My Dream Lover. What would you say is kind of like the process of like creating that song?
What's weird is that I made that track in like December 2019, but
Right.
I feel like January or February. I don't remember usually release dates, but I think it was like rather January 1st or like February 1st when I released that track. But I heard the beat and I love the sample
The
because
slow pulse.
because there usually aren't really good rock beats out there, or at least at like 2019 there wasn't really good. Hold up, I got a burp. All right, my bad. So there wasn't really good rock beats at the time. So I was just trying to find a rock beat that is catchy that I could record on. And I stumbled on that beat one day because I was searching like X rock type beats or like alternative rock type beats. Stumbled on that beat and I kept on replaying the beat until I came up with the melody.
Right.
And I originally was gonna change like the part where I say, why do I see you in my dreams and I when I wake up? But I didn't change it because I feel like that vocal really was prominent in that track, and if I didn't use that vocal, I feel like it wouldn't have gone that big as it is. Because I feel like I was gonna change it into like more how can I say this? More like I was gonna use like better lyrics instead of saying when I wake up 2 times. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
People like it. I feel like that's literally when people started like noticing my music, which I'm grateful for. I feel like that's
Yeah.
just the memory that track alone. That's one of my favorite tracks
Oh yeah.
that I made.
Yeah.
The memory.
Yeah.
I
That's one of my favorite songs for me too. I think that song's near like 10K plays too.
Grateful. All I can say, I'm grateful.
Yeah. I found that track because Sober produced uploaded to his channel.
Yeah, and he had like this Reddit thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I saw like he was taking like submissions to like upload fan made songs onto his YouTube. I submitted it. He really liked the song, and he said he wanted to work with me in the future. Which at the t- at the time, and I still am grateful that he did this for me. He said, "Hey, if you want any help, for mixing in the future, I got you." And then he helped mix Within the Darkness on the project, which is currently deleted because
Yeah.
that track did not do well at all. But
I still have the songs for it too on my computer too.
you still have it?
Yeah, I still have Within the Darkness, Fairy Tale. I have all those songs in my project.
Oh, hey man, that's love, man. I appreciate that. But but yeah, he uploaded it on his channel and people loved it. I think that really helped it grow. So I'm very grateful for him posting it on his channel.
Yeah,
Definitely.
when I first found the track, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" So then I checked out your Instagram and shit. Like your profile picture was like, it was somebody. Your profile picture at the time was like drawn by somebody, right? It was like some fan art, I think.
I was it like did it have an angel on top of it or was it like a skeleton?
I can't remember. All I know is that it had your name underneath, your like the drawing of your head.
Yeah, it was had to be an angel because I remember like that's the time where like no draw something for the ecstasy group and yeah, I think that was the one you're talking about. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really glad that people you know they didn't just listen to the track and like it on his.
What was that?
All right, how is this?
Now it sounds better. Yeah.
All right,
I don't know what you were saying beforehand. No.
all right. What part did I leave off at? My bad, man.
It's all right. I can cut it out.
Yeah, thank God, thank God. All right. But yeah, I'm just glad that people they didn't just listen to the track and like it on his channel. That they actually went to my profile. That shows like that they really like the track, and I'm grateful.
Yeah. So, I was kind of talking over you a bit, but how did the, I guess, collective ecstasy come about with you, Kid Maji, Slit, and Snow Interlude? How did that come about?
Um, damn, this happened like about 2 years ago, like in 2019.
Wow.
That's that's why like I don't really say I really started music until like late 2019 because it was like August technically that we started, you know, with the collective, but we didn't put out music together until like August, November, December. Um, but originally it was like these other people in the group, and it wasn't just us four. He posted something on his story because he heard this song that I had at the time. I could risk it all for you, which is like a tiny interlude. Um, it's not really one of my most popular tracks, but he likes my vocals on that track, and he wanted to make something like "Lunacy" by X with like me singing, um,
Right.
which we did, but we didn't really keep it up because it wasn't that great of a track, but um um but we we just collabed, way more and more, and he heard my music, one day he posted something on his story saying, "Who wants to join this collective I have?" And at the time, I wasn't really shown to the underground
Right.
because like like what the fucking underground was like. So he kind of like helped me see like what the underground was and like was popular in it and shit like that, which I'm grateful for. And he's a really good friend. But originally it was me, Slit, Maji, um, Snow, this guy named Perez. Um, I'm trying to figure out who else. this guy named Azul, this guy named oh Kenny, and I think that's it. If I'm forgetting anyone who was in the group, I apologize. But
Mm.
we didn't really make music. And that's why phase one of ecstasy kind of died out.
Uh.
Because we really make music, and like we were all like scatterbrained. But me, Maji, and Slit, we grew a connection with each other.
Yeah.
Um, which I know and that they aren't, technically cool now, but at the time we were like three best friends. We would make music with each other, and
Right.
you know, I'm just grateful, to know those guys and still be friends with them still.
Yeah.
But then in like I believe it was April, we said, "Oh damn, we want ecstasy to be up again because we were all doing well. Our music was doing better."
Right.
And then we made Death Notes, and now it's got like 20K, which again I'm grateful for.
I still have the fan art that I made for that track too. That you can see
Bro,
on my
that
Instagram.
bro, Matt, that was good fan art, and I I don't care what you think about it because I know we're all critical of ourselves, bro. But listen, bro, it really does help an artist, and it really does mean a lot to an artist than you believe. Because
Yeah.
at the we never had fan art before, so to see that, we were like so like grateful for that shit. So it really did mean a lot to us.
Right. So like speaking of like group shit, you have I guess a band, I guess you could say, with Snow Interlude called My Right Hemisphere. Let's talk about that. How did that come about?
Um, I don't know if it's still going on technically. I think it is, but I think we're just like abandoning like that account. But whenever we make rock music together, we're going by the name My Right Hemisphere,
Right.
and we me and him, we just always like made rock music together, and we just that was like in our lanes because he was going for a more pop punk sound, and I had just made My Dream Lover at the time.
Right.
So like further down when we made Kiss Me Again and Why,
That's a
we
good
were like,
song.
thank you, I really appreciate it. But we started the band because um I, we feel like we are a really good duo together when it comes to like emo rock pop punk shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you guys plan on dropping any more shit together soon at all?
Um, y'all would just have to see my next collab. It's not a rock song, but my next song that's releasing is with him. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but it's called 9 p.m. It's like a location by Playboy Cardi, um, you know, type of song,
Right.
and we were 2020, but people really wanted it in like back because I posted it back then, and when Snow deleted it off this account, people were asking where the song was at. So I really liked the song. I just wanted to bring it back for the fans.
Right. I don't think I've never heard that song before either. So.
Well, that's good because now you get your first time to hear it.
Yeah, true.
So I can't wait for you to hear it, man.
Alright, so speaking of collabs, I just gotta ask about this. How did the song 1989 with Kid Cole come about? Because that's like probably one of my favorite underground songs of all time. That's my favorite Kid Cole song from Kid Cole. Like, just talk, tell us about that song.
Oh, thank you, man. That really means a lot. So basically, um, one day I think it was like in the middle of June. He like hit me up, um, after I made like my rock EP,
Right.
or maybe right before. I think it was like in the middle of like when I was creating my rock EP. So he said, Me and him were texting. He liked the song My Dream Lover on his SoundCloud, which, at that time I was like 70 followers, and he has like 1,000 followers that very hyped about. And I'm so grateful to have him as a friend. I, I think he's one of the, he's one of my favorite, collaborators. But he hit me up saying, um, we should collab. And and I was surprised he said that to me, because I, I thought I would have to ask, and and I was kind of scared to ask, but he asked, and I was really happy about that. I was like psyched about it. So I said, you know what, sure, man, let's get some up.
You know
And
that
and
that's
we ori-
that's good because that means he sees potential in you. So
yeah, and I'm grateful. He's a really nice guy, and
he is.
but we tried making like we made 4 songs before then. Well, not really. We didn't make 4 songs. But like rather, I would try to make a demo, or we would try to find a beat, and then nothing came up until we picked like the 1989 beat, which I I was trying to figure out how to structure the song, and we just came up with like me on the verses, which originally had a second verse in 1989, but Cole liked it so much, he wanted to put a second verse instead, which I'm really blessed for. I think it really enhanced the track.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my favorite collabs I've ever done, and I think if you count that in my discography, it's one of my favorite songs I've ever done, because I really love doing pop music.
Yeah, it's I have had like ever since the day that songs came out, it's just I've had it on repeat. Like I cannot get enough of that song. Period.
Thank you. I want to make more songs like that in the future. So,
Yeah.
um, and me and him, we're planning on making something soon. So, hope, but hopefully, whenever we do, people like that as well. But I'm just grateful, that he's a really nice guy, and that that people love the collab. So, that's a blessing.
Yeah. So, you said stuff about demos, so I would like to ask you, what is your creative process like when it comes to like creating music? Like, how do you go from start to finish when making a track?
Great question. So usually I pick a beat from YouTube, and if I like it and have a melody in my head, I usually record a quick voice memo so I don't lose it, because I'm very forgetful.
Same.
When it comes to like melodies, So uh, I rather record it on Soundtrap, which is the program I record on, or I just record it on my phone, to figure out a melody. And then I mumble words to the beat.
You just freestyle
Which is
shit.
like, yeah, I just use conjunctive words together, like words that do not make sense together, but they sound good. But but, s- I really don't care about that. I really care about the melody and like shit like that. And that's usually how I create music. And then I put like actual words to it and try to develop a meaning and try to make it a little bit more catchy.
Yeah, yeah. I would. I mean, blah, I would say for the most part, your melodies are pretty good. So I would say, I guess that work pays off for definitely for the most part.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you say that, because I really try to make every song like worth somebody, you know, repeating, because there's some songs out there which I had in the past that they were good, but like I wouldn't say, oh, damn, I should repeat that one again. So I try to make it where like, well, I really like the song, even if this wasn't me, I would listen to this or repeat, because like, the thing with me is, I feel like if you don't like your music, or if you don't enjoy your music and you cringe at it, then I feel like, you know you ain't reaching your full potential, or like you got to be confident with it, and you got to also really fuck with it to create the best music you can make.
Yeah,
Personally,
cause
but
if
people got on that topic. Sorry to interrupt.
it's alright. I was gonna say, like, if you can't enjoy your own music, then it's most likely other people aren't going to enjoy it either.
Yeah, it's like, why are you making it?
Yeah, like, just, you gotta be confident in yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so, let's talk about mirrors. This is a question I want to ask. Is there a song on your, or I should say compilation, sorry, that, like, has, like, a deep meaning to it, that's, like, really personal at all on mirrors?
Definitely. I feel like I started making that project like at the same time that I was making the things I cannot change. Um, and I just wanted it to be like self-reflective. A song that's like really like personal to me would be, I Wish You Wonders. There's this unreleased song that's gonna come out like May 28th. I don't know why I picked that date in particular, but I just picked it in that month because that's my birth month, and I feel like this is one of my most personal songs. It's called Maze and Mirrors.
Right.
But that's gonna be the outro to the project, and then I'm on to the next one. But I Wish You Wonders, that's very personal to me. Same with the intro to the project, Myself and I. Over the Bridge, I made that when I was in a dark space. Like, I don't know, when I'm in a dark space, I make happy songs to like get me out. Um, which I don't mean to sound like depressed or all of that, but early early last year, um, I was kind of left in like this like gray area state of mind,
Right.
like very like kind of like a little depressed. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, boo hoo me, but um, but like I wasn't like happy at that time, and usually I go to music as therapy. So making the Mirrors project, definitely made me a happier person. And songs like Over the Bridge, songs like Myself and I, songs like Maze and Mirrors, songs like what else? Underwater and Overstressing Exes. They're very personal to me, not only because of the meaning behind them, but of the memories I have creating them. They're
Right.
like euphoric, which I'm glad I made that project. It's definitely one of my I feel like it's a cohesive body of work, and it's like 8 tracks, which I feel like some people have trouble doing in the underground. So I feel like, damn, I got 8 tracks that people really love and people really gave attention to. It's a blessing, and I hope those tracks can help people the same way they helped me.
Yeah, I know a lot of artists who make music as like a form of therapy because it's a way for them to like express like like their feelings like out loud when they don't have like anybody to like express them to.
Definitely.
Also, this would not be a proper interview if we don't talk about the incident that occurred after you first released the song Myself and I.
Oh Lord, please, man,
So,
talk about it.
no, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, so
Oh,
when you first released this song, the you guys can't hear it anymore because he changed the audio like a pussy. I'm just kidding, but
I don't
he.
know what you're talking about, man. I never said a word.
So when you first posted this song, the opening line sounded like you were saying, "Oh, the penis girl." It's funny because like I did not notice that when I've heard the track. I didn't notice that until you start going live and start talking about it. Who pointed that out first of all? Who started that?
So originally, um, what's funny?
It's
I
funny.
sent this song to this guy, a while ago, like because I finished that track in November of last year. Then I
Right.
released it like last month, right? So he originally said, "Hey, yo, what are you saying in the first line?" And I said, "Oh, the pain is gone." But he said, "Oh, I thought you were talking about penis." And I was like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" because I really didn't hear it, but you know, I still don't. I get it. Maybe it's like the way I pronunciate some words, but like, damn, these like Maji and Ari's takeover got on my ass, bro. And then when they started saying it on my live, then more people started saying. I was like, nah, not having this, changing this.
Yo, I was cracking up during that Instagram live, bro. Like Slit was on there too, bro. Like and shit. They were just all talking about it.
Definitely one of the most memorable moments this year for me
I'm sure.
because like I was just on live to promote my song just like I did like over the bridge and like shit like that because it helps with streams sometimes, but um I went on live. um I didn't have no one to talk to, right?
Right.
um um and then someone, I think it was Denari or someone else, but they go on live and started saying that, and I was like, oh Lord.
You knew you were in some deep shit.
Yeah, but then I changed it, and now if a motherfucker is gonna say it, they're gonna talk about the OG version. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Imagine like years in the future, the OG version pops up and like people group by it.
Hey, man. If it gets people money, power to them, man.
What was I gonna ask? I forgot what I was gonna ask. Fuck. How is Okay, I'll just ask this. How is you have a song with a Tilfall called "Settle Down." How's was working with him like?
Really nice. Very nice guy. Very considerate, and you want me to talk about how like we made the track, or do you just want me to speak?
Yeah, talk about how you made the track. Go in depth with it.
So me and him, well, Maji, at the time he was in a group chat with him, and uh he said, "Oh, you should work with Arcel," or something like that. I don't know. Maybe my memory screwed up, but then we started talking about collabing, um, and then I made this open, and that I thought he would be perfect on because it was like a Dizzy Wright Logic type beat, and that's kind of really his and my sound. So I thought, damn, this would be pretty good. So and I believe I like because usually when I'm making collabs, um, we both get like a playlist and there's like beats to that shit, and then
Mhm.
we pick beats that we both like. Um, so I just recorded on it, and originally he was supposed to record on that same beat, but sometimes as artists, sometimes a beat like we don't like our voices on it, which I totally understand. I didn't like my many of the songs I'll never release were that I featured on. I wasn't a big fan of the beat, and I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I was at my element on those type of beats.
Mhm.
But yeah, so he said, yo, we can make a beat switch, and there's like a song that he made, um, um, that I could use for it, and I picked the one that appears in the verse, and then I made the beat switch to it, or someone helped me with it, and then I believe I finished that in like September, and then it came out in November, I believe. It came out like a week later after 1989, I believe.
And it's a good song though. The chorus is pretty catchy on it. I like it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Uh,
Wait, what'd you say?
I feel like um I feel really happy that people like that song because it's like a boom bap song. I wouldn't expect people to like it the way they did, but now it's almost got like 5,000 currently, which is which is a blessing.
Right. Um. Oh yeah. This goes back to the whole Instagram live thing because I just remembered the question I was gonna ask before then. But why do you think? Why does everybody act so sus in your Instagram lives?
To be funny, to have a good time, but I don't mind it. Honestly, having a good time. What can I do?
Listen, I'm not trying to call out anybody, but every time Snow or Slick comes in your Instagram lives, bro, they always like acting sus, man.
All I can say, the motherfucker's weird. And like they're my friends and all, but damn, the motherfuckers are weird.
um, so at more at the beginning of this interview, you mentioned like stuff with guitars and stuff. Do you like play guitar like regularly at all?
Yeah, I have songs that are going to be on my first album when that comes out. That I made on my guitar with another band at the time. We deformed, but we, we made the song. I wrote it. I came up with the melodies, but they were just playing along on the drums and on the bass and shit like that.
Uh,
Um, and I made the song um called "Made the Song for You," which is gonna be on my first album. Um, Same with "Far Away from Here," which I feel like they're gonna be my you know they're like two of my favorite songs I ever wrote. So I can't wait till that comes out. Probably won't be until like I really get noticed and blow up.
yeah,
Um,
just saving
like
it.
a proper, yeah, like a proper blow up, like when I hit the mainstream. Because right now I'm like, have a great following, I have a great fan base, but I'm just saving it for like when people, um, that I can play this for a large crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think there's a few songs that actually that would go pretty hard live that you made.
Um, is there any song in particular that you think would go hard live?
I think Lights Off would go pretty hard live because I think that song has a lot of energy in it.
Definitely, man. That's why I made it, and same with Nostalgia. Because it's like I didn't realize until somebody told me I really make a lot of sad shit. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
damn. I was like, damn, I should put out more melodic shit. And that's coming. The next EP, melodic rap and R&B. So I'm really excited to put that shit out.
Also, From the Soul would go hard too. From my soul. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I think that would go hard too. Uh, for that song, um, I just hope whenever I perform that live that Maji's there with me, because I feel like as like a performer, you balance off people's energies, and especially this the person you did the song with, because you remember making the song. So hopefully he's there too. But no matter what, I'm like, when I perform that, I can't wait to.
Yeah. Obviously you can't right now because there's a virus going around killing people. So
Or
what's that?
unfortunately so, but
Yeah.
and rest in peace all the people that died during this deadly pandemic. But hopefully shit gets better soon.
Alright, go into a little more personal question, but do you have like a process for like dealing with like anxiety and stuff like that?
I take anxiety pills, which some people it works for, some people it doesn't. But usually, when I can't, or like I run out, I usually make music and shit like that, or I just um just like try to distract myself from it. Some people it helps with that type of that type of tactic, but it works for me. So as long as it works for me, hopefully it can help for another person. But I rather distract myself from from that, you know, so I can like make music or like play video games or like uh talk to friends. I try to distract myself from whatever I'm thinking at the time.
Right. So yeah, you mentioned video games. What are some of your favorite video games? I think you answered this question on a poll or thing on Instagram, but I don't remember what the games were.
Of all time, I'm just gonna name 10 off the top of the head. GTA 5 and 4.
Oh, I love GTA 4.
GTA 4, goated game. Not gonna lie, goated game. Like I just love. I love the story mode. I wasn't able to play. I wasn't able to play. The the online mode because I can only play the port because of Xbox One. But
Mm.
that's it. Um that's it for all I love that game for. But really good story, funny voice actors, and I just love how realistic it is. And more games like I like the Mario series usually um but like if we're talking about Mario Party, I like 8 and like 9, and that's it. But I like the new Super Mario Bros series, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, shit like that. And then I like Among Us. I like I'm trying to figure out what else. Pac-Man. I remember playing that at like my Pulse arcade, and I would whoop everyone's ass and like miss Pac-Man. Good time, man.
You know what's funny? I actually never played Among Us or GTA 5 before.
GTA 5 is a good game if you like GTA 4. If you don't like GTA 4, I don't believe that any one of these GTA's would be for you. But since you like GTA 4, GTA 5 is really good.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Like I got the game. I got the game for free off the Epic Games launcher, and I've just not touched it once.
well, it's hard at the start because like try to try to get used to the controls and like how to beat each certain level because some levels are difficult from the other. But it's a really good game. I finished the story mode like last year because of COVID,
Mm.
and it's a really good game. Um, and I what I find really funny about that game is I can't say the word, but Lamar talking to Franklin at the start of the game.
Oh
It was
yeah.
just me. I I can't say it, but that's funny as shit, bro.
Yeah, there's so many
Funny.
memes of that too.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
what's up? Hey, what's up? Can a look come to your crib? Oh, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, brother.
like
Maybe if you got rid of the yee ass haircut.
you get some bitches on your dick.
I love that so much.
But yeah, I love that game. Good memory playing.
So this completely goes away from video games, but is there like another instrument you would like to play? Learn to
I
play?
would love, I would love to play the piano.
I
Um,
knew you were gonna say that.
yeah, but I can only play like the guitar and bass because the bass, no matter how people love to say it isn't, it's like a mini guitar. It's like a 4-string guitar. I do not give a shit about what anyone else has got to say. I can literally play the bass, and from experience from playing the guitar, it's basically like a 4-string guitar.
You could probably pick up a ukulele too and probably be good at it.
I tried once. It was all right, but I would have to get used to like basic chords because you can't play a lot of chords on the ukulele.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's basically like a mini guitar, which is 4 strings.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. I'm gonna go. This is kind of just a question I'm curious about. But do you have like any like favorite artists when it comes to like painting or like drawing and shit?
This is a hard question, man. I don't really pay attention to much art, but of course, like Leonardo da Vinci, Picasso. I believe I said like 2 artists on my story today. Let me go check that real quick because one person like
I'm surrounded by like. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
All right, my bad. I'm just surrounded by you know, paintings at my house, and
Yeah,
there's painting of two angels like kissing each other.
right.
Um, like a baby boy and a baby girl, which um, I just grew up seeing that painting, so I think it's beautiful. I believe who made that painting is like William Aldolfi Baguro. I'm a butcher that name, but that's apparently what his name is. And then I saw this painting in like Rainbow Six Siege. Was shit. I forgot to bring up that game, but that's a good game. But I saw that game. I saw that painting, man. I saw the painting while playing the game, and I loved it. I thought it was like I think it was like the saint or like writing, which I thought of as like God or some stuff like that because it was a man with a white beard um and like a red cloth. So I was like, I thought that was very powerful, but apparently this guy named Saint Jerome
uh,
and the guy who made it is Caravaggio, which I think that's a beautiful painting, and that is my favorite art of all time.
uh, Alright, another question I want to ask is, what's your favorite food?
Good question, man. I love seafood pasta, which is
Ooh.
basically like spaghetti with like with I don't know what sauce, but there's like shells on it. Not not actual shells. I'm probably butchering it, but they're basically there's a certain type of sauce. It has shrimp and there's scallops. I think really good pasta. Then I love chicken sandwiches and fries. Trying to figure out what else. I one pizza I really like um is Pizza Boli's pizza.
Mm.
Um, and there's another pizza called Pizza Sauce, really good pizza, which
Ooh.
is close to me because I live in Baltimore.
Mm.
Um, uh, really good pizza. But yeah, that's kind of it when it comes to the food topic. I can't really eat that much because I'm fasting. But whenever like I have a little cheat meal, I'll go to one of those meals. You know what I mean?
Right. Speaking of Baltimore, what's it like in Baltimore?
Now people love to make fun of the accents there, which I'm not gonna say anything bad because um not gonna lie, these videos where people are speaking gibberish and people are saying it's from Baltimore, it's kind of funny. Like, like, bro, what are you talking about? Um, like, but it is, what it is. But in Baltimore, I live in like I would say a suburban area. Um, it's- I really yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best, but you know growing here, you learn to love, your surroundings. And although there can be like, bad shit that happens around it, and like especially that, Baltimore isn't really known as like a city where a lot of peace happens because there's a lot of violence here. Unfortunately. But I love Baltimore. And you learn to love what you grow near, and like learn to love with what you're familiar with. So
Right.
um there's good parts of Baltimore and there's bad parts of Baltimore, but I think I live in the good part of Baltimore, and I like it here. Um I wouldn't I don't know if it's different than any other area because like I don't really pay attention to much detail, but like I feel like without Baltimore, a lot of like famous musicians, wouldn't have been inspired by like Tupac. He grew up in Baltimore. Um, which Tupac, I'm
Is
not gonna have a Roseanne moment. He's one of the greatest moment. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time.
100% agree. Didn't
Um,
Logic grow up in Baltimore?
he grew up in Maryland. I think Gaithersburg, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But love Logic too. But yeah, like Maryland, I just love my state. You feel me?
Yeah.
We have good shit in our state, and we have great rappers in our state. So there's some bad ones, but majority like the good ones really stand out. And hu- I'm next. So what can I say?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this interview right now, but it's a good interview.
Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to you. I feel like this is a very very good discussion, and
Yeah.
because we've talked before,
Yeah. I still got
we
questions.
and and that's even better, man. Like so like so I'm just really glad that this conversation and interview is going well, man.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that you and the people who suggested it on your story wanted me for the interview. I'm honored.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I would like to ask another question. Do you have any pet peeves or slash little things that bother you?
Um, things that bother me. People spitting. Pause. That sounds weird. What I mean by people spitting, I mean like spitting on the floor. Um, yeah, I know originally that sounded like I was talking about. Yeah, yeah. But like there was this girl, there was this girl at my school. She used to like spit on the floor. I would, I would think that shit's disgusting. Like, what you doing?
You're probably gonna think I'm disgusting because I used to spit on the floor in my school too.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do you try to hide it?
No.
So you're like,
Yeah.
okay, man, I'm gonna go on with my day. Like, do you spit all the time? And do you spit on other people? If you spit on other people,
No, I
you're
don't
the
spit on
worst
other
type
people.
of person, man.
I usually try
Because listen,
to.
when I mean spit on the floor, I mean spit close to me, like literally almost spitting on my shoes.
No,
Like, listen, you can spit wherever you want. Pause. But man, like keep your spit to yourself. And if you spit on me, game over for you, buddy. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I did that. I did that back in my middle school days. And I just didn't really give a shit. I mean, I would never try to spit on people. I usually try to, like, spit where there wasn't people. But
Listen,
if I when
unless
I when I had to let it out, I would let it out.
unless you're intentionally spitting on somebody's face, it is what it is. This girl that I was friends with, she spit on one of my friends' face, and I was like, "Nah, leave. I am leaving." That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Is it
Other
bad?
than that,
Is it
do
bad?
what you want.
Is it
That's
bad that I
one of my
find it
pet.
hilarious?
Yeah, but another one of my pet peeves is people who I don't know find enjoyment from other people being hurt. Um,
Oh.
like maybe it's because like I've been through the same shit. Like people got enjoyment from seeing me hurt in the past, and like um you know people p- I- I- people were like mean to me as a child, and I used to get like cyberbullied and all shit like that.
Uh,
Again, not to be like, oh, boo hoo, my life is terrible. My life is good, but like in the past, like that shit affected me. Now, not so much. Um, and I don't feel like I feel like I'm at a place where I'm more confident than I've ever been. I'm more happy than I ever been. But just to see other people hurt who who've been in the same shoes that I did, it hurts to see because
Mm,
I can relate.
yeah.
And then, and then my final pet peeve is people leaving me on scene. Like bro, if you have a problem with me, text me or call me, bro. What is what is leaving me on delivered or seen going to help with your situation? I don't get it. Like, like out of all things you can do, damn, I'm gonna leave this motherfucker on scene. Fuck him. Like, let's speak about the problem. What it is, man. But yeah, those are my like three pet peeves.
um, would you would you consider yourself more an introvert or an extrovert?
I believe there's a word that like is in the middle of that. I think it's called like ambivert. That the
Mm,
reason I say that because some it de- it depends on like what type of vibe I'm getting from somebody. If somebody comes off like a dick, I'm not gonna want to talk to that person. Or like if somebody seems really like you know like not a good person to be around or not friendly. I don't want to communicate to them.
mm,
But other than that, I'm really like extroverted in a sense where like shit, I do what I do what I want in legal means. Pause. Um, but I'm like, I don't care what other people think about me. I just do what I please, and I, you know, I'm definitely down to make new friendships, shit like that, because again, that's how life goes. You feel me?
right. Are you in love?
Not currently, but because I j- I don't really want to force it right now because if, I feel like anything force, even when it comes to music, if you force something, it never turns out the way you want it. So I'm gonna just let it rather come to me.
Naturally.
Pause. Pause. But yeah, I want it to like come to me naturally in a sense where like um this person walks into my life and we start just having a normal conversation. We grow up to meet each other, shit like that. um or I really find this person attractive. We start from there instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go on my Snapchat or someone else's Snapchat saying, hey yo, at me out, bro, and try to get me hooked with this girl. Nah, bro. I'm just let it come naturally, and that's how worthwhile relationships, at least what I believe, happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. For sure. Do you have any other like hobbies besides like making music?
Hmm. I mean, I do perform with my band if that counts, and I play video games. I'm trying to figure out what else. I like playing like board games and like party.
Right.
Um. Uh. I'm. I like I'm trying to figure out what else that I do that would be considered a hobby. Sometimes I like playing basketball. Um, um. Other than that, I'm not really good at like sports like that. I really major in music,
Mm,
but yeah. Um, I think that's really my hobbies other than music personally.
right. Um, where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?
Um, well, gotta speak it into existence. Hopefully, I'm getting shit. I can't use the word hopefully because if I say hopefully or I hope that, it might not happen. So I'm just gonna use my wishful thinking and say, um, I'm gonna be paid from doing music. Um, I'm gonna have at least 10,000 followers or 100,000. Um, I'm gonna have way more fans. I'm gonna be better than I am right now. Um, gonna create, some of the best art I ever made. And hopefully at that point, I'll blow up. But if I don't, time, time is a virtue. Again, one thing that I like hold near and dear to my heart is the three keys to success. Um, are patience, persistence, and passion. Because if you don't have any passion to do stuff, like why are you doing it?
Yeah, true.
Persistence, you gotta put in the work.
If you don't have passion for something, then you're kind of just forcing yourself to do it.
Yeah, and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the passion part. Persistence is where like you got to put in the work. You got to put in all that you have to what you want to shit. I forget what I was gonna say, but with persistence, you gotta keep putting effort to get to where you want to be, and then patience is you gotta let it. You're not gonna get it right away. It's gonna come to you at the right time. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna you whenever it does, and when it does, you're gonna feel blessed, and you're gonna feel like unstoppable.
Right. Do you think you're gonna remain independent, or do you think you would end up signing with like a label or anything like that?
Listen, man, if I have a good deal, I'll sign. Um, I'm not gonna lie and say, "Damn, I'm independent. None of y'all can say shit to me." Nah, if I have a really good deal on my shoulders, shit, I'm gonna consider signing. If not, if I do really financially well, if my music is getting to ears that I want it to, I'll remain independent. But I feel like labels do help with getting you not only popular in America, but in other countries as well, which many people fail to realize. Although there's people like Russ, I like some of Russ's music, and he's popular in other states and like other countries, but I want to I want to be like a popular figure like Drake, uh, names like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't just want to be popular in the US. I mean, obviously the US is what matters most right now because that's my country. Um but obviously I want to be big everywhere. And I'm grateful to all all the other countries and states that listen to me. Um it's really weird because the second country, you want to know the second country that listens to me
Who
that I
is it?
never thought. All right, let me start. All right, so here's my top five, and this is gonna be weird. You know what? I'll just name seven. U.S. is my, obviously
Yeah.
I'm getting the most right now. Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, Russia, Brazil, Germany, Mexico, France, Puerto Rico. Um,
Puerto
eh,
Rico?
yeah, and Korea. So,
Wow.
and Greece and Italy, of course. Which that's my people. I'm Italian. You feel I gotta rep that. I'm Italian. But but yeah. I'm grateful for all the countries who do listen to my music. Um, and I hope that that you tell it to all all your friends and shit. So shit, I can maybe perform like a song one day in like places like that, like Norway or Japan.
Yeah. This is a question that I'm surprised I didn't ask earlier, but where did your nickname Arsehole come from?
Originally, it was weird. My name was gonna be Reality. I loved Logic. I still like Logic's music, but I thought, damn, Reality is a perfect name. But then I quickly realized, damn, it sounds like I'm copying, him because he's one of my inspirations too. Um, um, But what's weird about that name is I use a Wu Tang generator, same Wu Tang that Childish Gambino used to come up with his name Childish Gambino, but on the website it came up with RAE Soul, and I like the R Soul part, but I didn't like the AE, right?
Hmm.
But also I thought, this name is all right, but I wish there was meaning to it, so I just created a meaning, which is basically the first initial, R is my name, Rocca, and so it's Rocco Soul. I put my soul into the music, right?
Right.
And then um in Maryland, um since I guess we got an accent like people say, um which I'm not sure if it's like too apparent, but um we pronounce R like we pronounce our like R, like
Mm.
like like I believe I said like I believe I said like um something about my family and said our family, which it sounds like R, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I also use it as like a double entendre, like our soul, like our soul, like everyone.
Ah, that's clever.
So yeah, but some people love to like t- um some people would love to use reality. So hey, if you're starting music, use reality. But I really like my name.
Well, that's good. Shit like that. This is just another curiosity question, but do you sing in the shower?
Bro, I'm a singer. Hell yeah, bro. When usually sometimes I'll have a speaker in my bathroom,
Right.
um like a Bluetooth speaker, and I'll play like a song I you know, like everyone. I sing in the shower. I'm not. I don't think that's necessarily like bad. I mean, uh, everyone sings in the shower. If you say you don't, you're a liar. Just saying.
I sing in the shower too. I mean, my singing voice is not really that good, but it's cool.
I mean, shit. We just do it to be happy and have fun, man. So
Yeah. Yeah, I, I
who
be
gives
I,
a
I
fuck?
be
People
singing
got
Bob
to
Marley songs in the shower.
what?
I be singing Bob Marley songs in the shower.
Uh, I'll be singing like I don't know, songs of there's a song called Coco by 24K Gold.
Oh yeah, that song.
Coco and Chanel fire.
What the hell, bro? You actually sounded like 24K Golden.
Oh, thanks.
you
I
actually
guess.
you actually kind of did. Not gonna lie.
But, yeah, I like that song by him. I'm not really familiar with all of his work, but I've heard that song and Mood,
Mm.
which I like. Other than that, Valentino is my favorite. But heard his really album is really good, so I'm gonna check it out soon. But uh, yeah, he's but yeah, I sing on the shower. That's the question.
Um, is there a song that you've heard from another artist that like you seriously connected with or like fucked you up in a way?
Say it again.
Is there a song that like you've heard before that you like really connected with or like fucked you up mentally in a way?
Really connected with or fucked me up. Well, I'm just gonna say five. I don't want to do this anymore. Uh, I heard that in like May 2017. Uh, Again, really good song and like the beat.
Yeah, that sounds a really good song from X.
That's how I got into X's music. Which, damn, without that song, I probably wouldn't have cared for X's music until like 2018, because uh, he was creating shit like Numb, which is like a very singy, melodic track. But I love his old shit a lot. But at that moment, I, I mean, I like Justin Bieber and shit, so obviously I like singing shit. But then from Logic X, and there's this guy named you know, Biggie. He's like an underground rapper. I'm not sure if you know him. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. No, I'm talking about Notorious B.I.G. But
Yeah, Biggie Smalls is a great
yeah,
rapper, dude.
yeah, he's very underground, man. I'm kidding. But like those three got me into rap. So that's that song really affected me because I just related to it that much. I don't want to go into detail because it's like um because I probably forget. But then there's a song called "Die for You," which I had a crush on somebody in seventh grade. I heard
Mm.
Die for You" by the weekend. I was gonna sing it to them. Then she didn't work out.
Uh,
But a good song, and that's my favorite song by the weekend.
yeah.
Then there's a song called "Never Been" by Logic. Really good song. It's basically about following your dreams, which that's basically what I spoke about with the persistence, passion, and patience. Uh, motto that I made. Um, which basically "Never Been" kind of speaks on that in a way. So at that time, I really connected with it because sometimes as artists, we're like, damn, am I really gonna make it? Especially then when I didn't create music because this was 2017. Um, I That's why I really connected with it. And what else? Um, I think one song that I really connected to "Underwater Fly Zone" by Trippie Redd,
Mm.
or "Forever Ever" by Trippie Redd,
Uh,
because "Forever Ever" is the same situation with "Die for You," which I kind of dedicated that song to somebody. And "Underwater Fly Zone" is just a song that I would listen to when I was depressed, and got me in my feels, shit like that. I don't really have like a certain reason why. It's just like one moment that I stamp for like a certain time period in my life.
uh, uh, Sorry, I stuttered. But
So good. I did half this interview, bro. You chill.
um, this is gonna be my second to last question. But how do you feel about cancel culture?
Really good question. I mean, unless we're talking about rapists, pedophiles, or any of that shit, people can change.
Yeah, but
And
how?
I feel like that's what we forget many of the times. People can change. Although, people like rapists and pedophiles, like they're kind of like a lost cause in the case, and there's probably way more worse reasons why, and like racist and all that. Like, I'm not talking about a person who said a word one time, but like learned from it. I'm s- I'm talking about people who actually cause harm to other people. Those people are like a lost cause, but like people who admit they made a mistake and change from it, I feel like cancel culture doesn't help you know but and also I feel like a- in life we're gonna make mistakes. Some mistakes are worse than others, but as long as we learn from those mistakes, I don't feel like it should people could like should try to hold you back pub from mistakes you made publicly when other people made those mistakes privately. um um I would say some other stuff, but it has some good and bad to it. Like Me Too movement, I 100% agree with. Um, Same with Black Lives Matter and shit like that. Um, Shit that promotes peace and equality and like freedom for any victims that have been hurt in any particular cause. But if we're just talking about public figures who've made a mistake, that they can change, I don't
Mhm.
feel like it's necessary.
Yeah. I agree. All right. So this is gonna be my final question to interview. What's up for you next? And is there anything you want to like say to the people watching this video, like a closing message at all?
Oh, sure. So I was gonna say this on live next time I was gonna go live, but since Landon, great interviewer, and he's a great reaction channel. Y'all should subscribe if y'all haven't already. But
Thank you.
um, no problem, man. But I have a upcoming project on the way. Mirrors is ending. So I have an upcoming project. It was originally going to be called Nature's Lie or Heaven's Gates, but I didn't really feel like that's stuck out as much, and I feel like and right now I don't know if this is going to change in the future, but the title of my next EP is called Nature's Lie.
Mm.
I mean, it's not called Nature's Life. What am I saying? That's because I said it before. It's called Trust the Process, which is
Ah.
basically which there's not really a concept. It's just full of bangers and like shit like shit like lights off,
Nostalgia.
nostalgia, and then there's new sounds y'all probably never heard from me, like R&B tracks, shit like Mr. Rage type shit.
Ooh.
Um some maybe do not do not put my word on this. There maybe might be um like some genres like shit like hyperpop maybe. If it works out well. If it doesn't work out well, I'm never putting it out. It's not really my sound, but I love to experiment, and I feel like if you don't experiment, you don't know what great shit you could make. So possibly you might hear a song or two of of some shit in that era. I mean aura, but other than that, I don't really think I'm gonna make hyperpop that much. But there's gonna be some rock shit as well. It's gonna be a very versatile project. That's
Hmm.
all I'm gonna
Yeah.
in that case.
You
And
know.
then I think that's
Versatility is key. You know.
yeah. There's gonna be some shit like some rock shit like Kiss Me Again maybe. You know maybe some other shit as well. But yeah, I feel like my next project is gonna be voice crack. My bad. Like, but I feel like my next project is gonna be my best. Not only because it's what I'm currently making, but it's also because as an artist you evolve and you make better music. So I feel like this project people are really gonna love it. And it's not gonna just be a sad project. It's gonna be like all different emotions. And and then after that, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make any more EPs, but again, that might change. But I think I'm just gonna do singles after that. But again, that might change. Um, a thing that I would like to tell your viewers and any of my fans who are watching is thank you for you know for always being you know supportive of me and my music, and really caring for me as a person too. Um, I'm grateful for y'all um who have checked out my music because of Landon. Which Landon is a very nice guy. Very cool dude. Me and him started talking last year with the whole uh shit regarding my dream lover, and he hit
Yeah.
me up during overstressing X, like when I posted something about overstressing X's. So and that was the first DM I ever had with him, and ever since then, we've just been good friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just grateful for all my supporters. Thank you for all of y'all who have been supporting me. There's great shit coming on the way. stick with me. This ride is going to be fun, and 2021 and forward's going to be a blast. And also, I would like to say real quick, thank you to Landon for letting me hop on and speaking my piece. And this was a very good interview.
Yep.
I appreciate you taking time out of your day for me. I really do appreciate it, man.
And no problem, dude. Arsenal, thank you so much for coming on the interview. It's been this has been a really fun interview definitely for me.
Thank you,
Also,
man. I appreciate you inviting me on. And I appreciate the people who wanted me on in the first place.
yeah. So to the people watching, if you watched this entire interview, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview, and you know, if you guys have any suggestions on who I should interview next, let me know down in the comments. I read all the comments and I respond to all of them. Well, not all of them, but I see them. So I don't really got much to say. Thank you guys so much, and again, thank you Arsenal for coming on, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
See ya.